Tinseltown is an interior design company, which I created now here when I bought the house in South Africa. I'm basically here to fulfill dreams or to create like an adventure. I think like you must come home and you must feel like every time you come into your home, it's like a weight is lifted from your shoulder. You are at home. You love it here. You really love it. You're not just existing, you love it.
Do you think that your art is an outlet for your trauma
Yes,
and your
I think
creative?
so.
It's so funny that it's almost like you are opening up the sub shop and the bar to basically supplement, because you have to make money, to supplement your creative your creative ideas and your artistic
Yeah,
ideas, because you were unfulfilled doing it in the marketing, and they
exactly.
were stepping all on your creative ability. Like, we find this often with artists, right? Musicians or directors or writers, where it starts to get to the executives and they start to dissect your artwork, and it's no longer your artwork. So it just seems like you started these restaurants and bars solely because, yeah, I want to do the art my way, and this way I can display it. Also, I need to make money.
Exactly. You're exactly right. That's what it is. I wasn't aware of that, but it's actually really what it is because uh how to like with some dignity sell something but not losing yourself, if you like sell your ideas to someone and he's making them themselves, you just like drop out. And then again, if you're just creating something for yourself, you probably will never make money with it. So it's a very difficult thing to bring together, and I'm happy that I managed and that basically I had success and that people were acknowledging it, and that I only had to report to myself if this is a good idea or a bad idea. And if it's a bad idea, I'm not making any money, but there's no one in between who just has to polish their ego and say, no, we do it my way. Also, your way will probably be better, but I better not, because that's what I know from home. So trying to keep you small, not
Mm,
trying to let you know that this actually really was a good idea. But
right.
especially in advertising, there are so many people involved, and there's the money, and there's the
Yeah, I can kind of understand that. So you have something called Tinseltown. Can you give my
Mhm.
audience a little explanation of what that is? And how would you describe your mission to someone unfamiliar with your work?
Tinseltown is an interior design company, which I created now here when I bought the house in South Africa. So, I mean, finally, after a bar and a restaurant and a hotel in Croatia and an apartment design in London and again, I figured out, okay, I'm actually an interior designer. I mean, some people always think you must commit to something, which I don't think, because it's all part of. So, but interior designing is my strongest approach at the moment. That's what I want to, this is how I want to express myself. I will also bring in some psychological themes because I want to encourage people to live in a surrounding that really reflect themselves, not me, but them.
Mhm.
But that's also why I, of course, prefer to work with people who really vibe on the same. I can also make them like a calm, white, beige hygge house, but everyone can do that because everyone is doing that in the moment. So I have a very specific, very circus kind of top art, glam, Bohemian, Palm Springs approach, which is very vibrant and very stimulating, and for some people probably overstimulating. But it's a total niche. And there are people who are crazy for it, and probably other people who lose their mind. But yeah, I'm basically here to fulfill dreams or to create like an adventure. I think like you must come home and you must feel like every time you come into your home, it's like a weight is lifted from your shoulder. You are at home. You love it here. You really love it. You're not just existing, you love it. So the home is nurturing. It really like stimulates you. You're still able to see something new. Also, you have been there a million times. You just feel good. You feel calm and like inspired at the same time. And that's what Tinseltown is doing.
I dig that. And the reason why I dig that is because I absolutely agree with you. I don't think people understand how important it is for your home to be your home. And what I mean by that is whenever I go visit my mom or my sister, I immediately feel at home. Their places are designed just for comfort. It's very earth tony. It's not a lot of lights and brightness, but it's just calming. Now,
Yeah.
I am a huge fan, I grew up a huge fan of the TV show Miami Vice. I love pastel colors and neon.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
my house has lights everywhere. They're different colors. I change the light colors and everything. And for some people that enter my home, it's overwhelming. And at times for me, it's overwhelming, but I can change the colors of my lights. I can dim them. I can change the mood. And it kind of feels like the way you design is kind of similar to what I
Very
like,
much. Very much.
but also it's also I like that and also like the calmness. Like there, so
Yeah.
how do you work with people who would be somebody like me that says, I want the lights, I want to walk in and my place is a party, but also sometimes I just want it calm.
I do understand, and I'm also the same. And I would love to see your house. It sounds like you're living like the Sonny Crockett lifestyle.
I tried to. Sonny and Ricardo, no, I tried. That's what I tried to do in my life. Yes.
That's amazing. I would love to see that because it's also very fashionable at the moment. The whole 80s Miami thing, it's just so coming back. Like the round beds and the flocati and the pink everywhere. So it's very much coming back. So you're very trendy, so to say. So I think like a house must not be, or an apartment whatsoever, you must not follow through with one thing in every room because you're not in every room at the same time. I mean, it would be very hard if you do like a Italian Toscana villa style at the back of your, like for the living room and the kitchen, and then you have like a high-end art deco. That will never fit. If you go for two very strong styles, it doesn't fit. But I'm sure you can create in the style you have, you can create a much calmer room with less decoration. Just stick to one or two of the colors that you have somewhere else in the room and give it a completely different vibe. There's probably completely different lighting. And I like to do that in the bathroom. The bathroom of that house also doesn't really fit the rest of it. It gives you a completely like 5-star hotel, marble, could be elsewhere. So if I would be like completely going through with that, it would also have been black and white stripes, which would have been amazing. But a lot of the break going into the spa-like, dark, moody, sexy bathroom. Though I absolutely think you can create a room, must not be the most important room. I think like the main rooms should be like in one wide. But then you have always a room where you can go, you pick something out from the other rooms, but then go with that, like color trenching, leave it all in one color, which is like already soothing, no matter what color it is. But if you go everything one color, it will already be like a calming vibe.
Join the conversation and follow the Unsolicited Perspectives podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your audio podcasts.